Okay guys, so we started removing some of these welds, what we call spot welds. This is done at the factory, of course. There's quite a few here. There's that thick Bondo crap again. Tried chewing on that a little bit, knocked some of that out. There's going to be about 6 right there, 7. They're in this area here. So here we can see right here. So I can get you spun around here. This is how many I found up here at the top. So get them out, and it separates the skin. Get you down here. There's going to be several in this area here, and then there's 2 on the back side back here. So one thing I have found that works good for this is to get you a grinder, and if you can get in here, get that crap out, you can get in here and kind of knock the paint off. You can see where they're at a lot better. Exactly the easiest area to get into. Sometimes it makes it easier, sometimes it doesn't. But you can see all these little low spots, and there's where your pinch welds are right here. Alright, so they make a tool that you can use that's specifically for cutting spot welds. I have found that a unibit or step bit or Christmas tree bit, or several different names for them, work just fine. Use a punch or use a smaller drill bit to start you a pilot hole, and then basically what that'll help do is keep the bit from walking. So go ahead and start, and then go down to where this, I can't see, it doesn't say what size it is. Yeah, it does. Hang on. So you got 1/4, and then you got, what is this? It looks like 35/64 on this. So it goes, yeah, that's all I'm seeing. Anyway, you just basically, you want to go through this top layer here. It's double walled. You can see it right here. And what you want to do is you want to get through this part, and that's what part is actually welded to the coarse core. So you have all this on this side, you'll have 2 on the back side here, and several on this side. And hopefully what that'll do is it'll free it up from this frame runner here. And so I'm gonna get this drill going and see if we can't knock this thing out. And that's about as far as you want to go. Like I said, you're just more or less knocking a hole in it. And this bit here is about wore out, so probably end up having to switch to another one here shortly. I'm gonna try to do a couple more of these and see how it walked. So normally you would take a punch or another drill bit and make a hole or a indentation into the metal, and this would keep the bit from walking. There's that one. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and knock the rest of these out real quick, and then I'll bring you guys back and show you how to separate it. Okay, so I've got several of these drilled out here, as you can see. I don't know if I can get you any closer or not. Let's move some stuff around here. Okay, so I've got several of them drilled out. There may be 1 or 2 more. I'm sure this is not the approved tool for this, but we need to separate this from this, and a chisel and an air hammer would be great for this, but we're gonna do it this way. Let's see what happens. Just kind of pry out on it, and then work from either side if you can. This doesn't really give you a whole lot of room to do that. Alright, now see how it's catching? You can kind of see it right here, how it's folded out. There's a spot weld right there. Go ahead and get this one out. Try to come up from the bottom here. And I'm gonna work on this a little bit, get it loose, and show you guys what it looks like. Alright guys, about to come off with this core support, so I'm gonna get you inside here a little bit and let's see what y'all have to take apart to get this out. Alright, so I got this side just kind of sitting up here right now, but here is all the spot welds. You got 2 up here. You got, I don't know, there's probably 6 there. You'll have a couple in the bottom here. And this all just separates. Alright, you'll come around. And then this side, of course, was the side that was wrecked. All this wrinkled up damage. There was a spot weld here. There was one here. One in here. And then one up here at the top. And whoever did this just kind of tack welded it without spot welding it. We're gonna have to clean this up, weld this back up here. It's not a pretty job. It's rough. It really is. There's some up here at the top. This all has to come loose. And if you don't like drilling holes in your car, this isn't something you're going to want to do. But there again, you got to get all these spot welds loose. If you don't get these spot welds loose, it's never going to come apart. But what I'm going to do now is we're going to set you up on the stand and then try to work this thing the rest of the way off and let you guys see what it looks like with the core support off, and then we can kind of assess how much rust is in the frame runners, and hopefully we'll see what else we need to do before we order, well, we've already ordered it, but before we get it in, the new core support to put on the car. Also guys, make sure you wear some good gloves. Pick these up at O'Reilly's. They're the Impact Mechanic brand gloves. This stuff is sharp. I've already cut my hand once on this. So, alright, here's this side. Once you start coming loose with it, you'll know what you didn't get loose. And I'm looking at this. This is just pop right off. The metal's already tore. I'm going to go ahead and get this line loose here. So, let me grab a wrench. See if we can get this off real quick. And this looks like just a ground wire here. Probably for this headlight harness. Out of the way. Now your core support is off. What a pain in the ass, guys. Literally, this has probably been one of the harder things to do on this car. Not because of the previous damage, just because, I mean, look at what you have to do to it to get it out. And you have to mangle the mess out of it. So, you know, if you don't have body shop tools, this is what happens. I did end up cutting the bottom radiator support part off. It just allowed me to climb up in the car here to get to the ones that were here on the inside of the frame runners. So I'm gonna throw this over here out of the way and get you guys off the stand, bring you a little closer, and show you what else we've got left to do here. I'm just gonna toss this, get that out of the way. Alright guys, so this is it. This is the mess that's left. You can kind of see all the holes you have to put into the car to get that off. It's welded this brace in, and you can kind of see now why we put the brace in. One being, I'm not on a 100% level ground, but if you grab this, you can see it flex. I mean, it does move. Not saying that it would cause an issue, but that prevents an issue. So now we can kind of get in here and look and see just how bad it looks in there. And it's a little cruddy, but it's no major rust. It's surface rust mostly. So, ooh, look, and there's a wasp nest up in there. I don't know if you can see him or not moving around. I'll have to get him out of there. And we're gonna have to address this hole here. Got some rust. These are the next panels to come off. They're also spot welded along here. Unfortunately, it's tack welded to here on this side and right in here along this side. So we're going to get these out. I want these gone. And what this is going to do is going to allow us to either get us some new panels in, or we'll order the smoothing panels from Scott Rod. I haven't really seen a whole lot of videos on how to put these in. So, maybe a learning experience for us, and maybe to show you guys something along the way, a little extra there. But yeah, that's where we're at so far with it. And I spilled my mellow yellow. Sad waste of a drink.
D-Lo Beats.
Alright guys, so the inner fender panels are out. And look at all the holes where all these spot webs are. So if you guys decide to do this, here's an idea of what it's going to look like. Swiss cheese. But with it removed, this here I believe is a VIN tag. It's just something they put on here from the factory. Alright guys, I am beat. This job here, it's not for the faint of heart at all. It took most of the day to get this done. And yeah, I'm sure I burned a bit up. I don't know if it was me or the bit or the drill there at the end. It was getting tired. But we've got it pretty much tore down. We'll get this other side off. We'll get that side done. Get the new panels in, and basically what will happen is when we put the new panel in, all these holes will be backfilled and welded back in, and then any welds that sticks out, of course, will be ground down and made smooth again. We'll probably go ahead and, because I know most of these cars they aren't painted. I'm not sure they're primered inside here. But we're gonna paint all this, make this all sealed, and keep the rust down. And yeah, so this is the part that's going to take a little longer. We got to grind these welds down. Up here they've welded it here, and then yeah, so maybe patch this hole. See how thin this is here. We may have to come back a little ways and cut this out and patch a new piece in. But yeah, it's coming together, guys. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. We'll wrap this video up. If you guys have any questions, comments, of course, leave them. And we're here to help. So if you guys have any suggestions, make sure to leave them down in the comment section below. And so we're still new to this, guys, so still kind of a learning curve as far as videoing and doing stuff, so don't criticize too much. But you guys take care. Have a great night.